Hey, this is Ryan, and today I'm going to show you how to build an ETL process for advertising logs. And this tutorial is another free tutorial on the Databricks website. It's called Simplify Advertising Analytics Click Prediction with Databricks. So I'll link this below. And the first thing that we're going to do is to download the data. It'll be from Kaggle. So that will be okay, so that data is going to be located, if you click this link, it'll take you to Kaggle, and you will have to create an account, and you will download this train file. And this file has about 6 gigabytes. It's a large sample size, so I made some edits myself. I reduced it to, I think, a couple 100,000 lines, so you can check that one out on my GitHub if you want. So once you have that downloaded, then the next step is to upload it to something like our Azure Blob storage or AWS S3, and I will use Azure. I do have a video on that, so I will link that below, but for now I will just kind of run through the commands on how to mount that file. So we will go to Databricks, and see over here on my GitHub. The first thing we'll do is connect data from Azure Blob storage. So we'll copy this link. We'll need a container name, storage name, and our SAS token. So going over to Azure, this will be my storage name, so I'll copy that. Need a container name. That'll be advertising data. And I need a SAS token. Let's go back to my storage. Click on shared access signature. Select these boxes. I'm just gonna set this to 530 and generate token. Okay, copy this. And run that. So we're just linking together our container with our data. Okay, next command, we're gonna mount the file. So we have our source link, and we need to fill in a couple more things here. So container name, storage account name. Did not realize I had open space parentheses. And our CSV name, that will be train.csv. Mount point, here's our file system that we'll use. Here's our file that we'll use. So our folder will be mount, add tech, impression, CSV, train.csv. Okay. So I already have this mounted, I think just from doing this earlier. Okay, let's read our CSV. So we have our header, schema. All right, so we mounted our data. Next thing we want to do is check out our schema. And as you can see here, we have an ID. We have our click information, the hour that the user clicked on the ad. Has our banner position. And here's our CSV file, by the way, to give you a better idea what's going on. So we have an idea of each person that's clicking on our ad. They either clicked the ad or they did not click. And we have our hour of the day, our banner position. These are just multiple places where you can place your ad. And a whole bunch of other information here that we don't need right now. Okay, so next we will We're going to replace our CSV format with a Parquet format. It's a different file format that allows for efficient querying of big data. All right, so let's copy this. Okay, that looks good. So now we will create a data set with a temporary view. And we're going to do this in Python. Okay, so create Spark data frame, reading the recently created Parquet file. Let's clean that up. That looks good. And we'll create a temporary view. Okay. And now it should be set up to run SQL queries. So what we want to do here is calculate the click-through rate. That's what CTR stands for, whether or not the user clicked on the ad or not. So we'll select all of our banner positions, and if we run this, we should be able to see what the click-through percentage is for each banner position. And the way I edited this data file, we only have 5 positions, and this is our click-through percentage. So that's 0.167% of people who saw the ad clicked on the ad. There's our bar chart. It's going to look different from this one because I modified the data. And then we have another SQL query we can do, but I don't think this one is going to be of much use since I cut off a whole lot of the data. So I think it's only going to have one time a day. Now maybe it has different hours. So okay, let's do a line chart. All right, so this is our hour of the day with our click-through percentage. So if this is like 4:30 or 5 o'clock, the click-through is higher. People are probably home from work and they're browsing on their phones and they're clicking on ads. Okay, this next part, what this whole entire process was meant for was to be able to predict what time of day the users are clicking on the ads and which ads are performing best. But I will skip this part. I'm not really interested in machine learning at the moment, but if you want to follow along here, you can do that yourself. All right, so going back, this is what we did. We took our advertising logs, we extracted the data, transformed it, and we loaded it. And we ran a couple visualizations with some SQL queries. And then the data is set up and ready to be used for machine learning.